Hi, my name is Gabe, and I'm the director of Gettaway.
Hi, my name is Brandon Ripp, and I'm the cinematographer for Gettaway.
Hi, my name is Anna, and I'm the editor for Gettaway.
Hi, I'm Isabella Andrews, and I will be playing the character Sun in Gettaway.
I'm so excited to finally be filming this project in April 2022. Initially, we were planning on shooting it in April 2020, but because of COVID, it's kind of been pushed back to this point. We are currently on the teaser trailer set for the film, which is another promotional video we're making. And in this, we're just trying to kind of test out the lighting and how we're going to portray some of the characters in the real film. I have a couple years of experience just in commercial, TV, working on a feature. As the director, I'm kind of in charge of the creative vision of the film. I have my hand in everything from, the kind of color, the shots, the sound, so kind of everything creative of the project and what it's gonna turn into kind of goes through me. We've been assembling an amazing team that's really gonna put something special together.
So I'm actually an ASU alumni. I graduated in the spring of 2020 in the cinematography track. At my time at ASU, I earned the Excellence in Cinematography Award, which was a massive honor. I live out in Los Angeles and I work on commercials as a focus puller. Recently, I've worked for people like Facebook and Kelly Clarkson, Jimmy Fallon, Mercedes-Benz, Drew Brees, amongst other things. And I'm really excited to bring my knowledge of the film industry, specifically in the camera department, to this project. So it's my job as a cinematographer on set to help realize the script and the vision into the camera, to help direct camera motion and capture the action and capture the lighting in a way that reflects the story and portrays the characters in sometimes the literal light, but often the metaphorical light that they're meant to be.
Gettaway is a super interesting story in that it's basically about these two unique storylines of groups of characters that kind of intersect at the end of the film and create a big conflict and a big tragedy.
I'm really excited for this project in particular because the story is so complex. Since there's multiple characters with different storylines, so it presents a really interesting challenge for me when I'm editing it together.
As I was reading through the amazing script written by one of my friends, Thomas, the biggest theme that spoke out to me was basically this idea about these characters who are trying to get away from their life and kind of what ends they go to either physically get away from danger or kind of mentally escape their situation. The film, kind of big picture, kind of deals with topics about alcoholism, drug abuse, and internalized homophobia. So we'll be dealing with some pretty serious topics that, a lot of people experience, especially kind of in a college setting where these are, college characters kind of in their early 20s, just trying to deal with life and, their problems.
So something that excited me from the start about this project, when Gabe called me originally and sent me over the script, I realized that it wasn't just a party movie. As a cinematographer, it's really fun to have creative freedom for fun lighting setups and fun camera setups, but it's even better when those things make sense and they're not just fun for the sake of being fun.
You really get to see how the characters deal with the struggles of the environments, the limitations that those environments really put onto them, and how they kind of navigate dealing with such heavy issues while being so young and trying to find their own identities through it all.
I also really like this story because of how much it focuses on identity. I think that's a big thing for a lot of college kids in general, just because it's kind of a time in your life where you're branching out and going out into the world and trying to figure out who you are. So I really love that this story focuses on that and the challenges that come with that.
These characters are really struggling with living authentically and struggling to become who they are and who they want to be. And we kind of dive into that and see, as they're struggling with that, why would they get into, substance abuse, alcoholism, and what that kind of entails.
I also really love this project because of how focused on Tempe it is. I think for a lot of us, our time in Tempe is coming to an end very soon. So it's a little bittersweet, but also really cool to see a film that is focused on what our experience has been like,
A big part of the cinematographer's job is taking the vision that the director and the writer and the producer see on the script and in their heads when they're reading it, and turning it into something that can translate through the camera and onto the screen. We thought the neon lighting and the gritty atmosphere of movies like Good Time would make a really great inspiration for our film. Because of the darker nature of some of the themes in Gettaway, we didn't want a film that looked like pristine, like perfectly exposed, perfect 3-point lighting. We wanted something that felt a little bit more grounded, because in reality, people don't walk around with 3-point lighting setups surrounding them. We wanted the story to feel like it was happening in real time to real people, and we didn't want it to look or feel too produced or overlit. And that's why we chose anamorphic lenses, because they have a lot of character, and we thought that there's beauty in imperfection. And while anamorphic lenses may not always have perfect edge-to-edge sharpness and perfect contrast, but those imperfections can be beautiful.
One of the first things I noticed when reading this script was how truly relatable these characters are, especially for any college student. Getting to see the struggles that they go through with addiction, with homophobia, with struggling, just pure struggle to find yourself, to figure out what you really want in your heart and how you're going to help the world with that. That's really relatable and it's really real, and that's why it's so important to be shown and portrayed in a film like this.
So as you can see, we have a really amazing team that we've been putting together these last few months. I'm so excited to see everyone's work on this film. It's going to be a true collaboration, and I think we're going to make some amazing art.
Thank you so much for your support on this project. It means the world to us. I'm very excited to start production and even more excited for post-production, so stay tuned.
Please visit our Seed and Spark. It's where you can go to donate to our funds for this film. It would mean a lot to both the director, to all of us actors, to all of the crew. We want to really make a really meaningful production for you guys, and your help will just mean so much along the way.
Thank you so much for your interest in our project and in our vision. We're a group of filmmakers of various backgrounds, focusing all of our energy into one vision, and we'd love it if you came along for the ride. Any donation amount is greatly appreciated and will go towards feeding the crew, equipment rentals, principal photography, post-processing, film festival submission, and just getting our vision out into the world.
There are a bunch of different tiers that you can contribute to. Even the littlest amount means so much. With these tiers, you'll be basically getting something from the project. For donating, we don't want to leave you empty-handed. We'll be sending updates on the Seed and Spark right here, so if you're able to contribute, you can keep up on that. We'll also be sending updates on Instagram and other social media platforms that'll be linked below. Thank you.